Good afternoon and welcome back, everybody. Today I am here with Park Ranger Mr. Jimothy Jones, who is a leading expert in the case of the invasive Burmese python terrifying the Florida Everglades. He has spent the last 20 years spreading important information to the public about these ecologically destructive creatures. I'm here with him today just to ask about where these snakes came from, what they're doing to our ecosystem here in Florida, and why they are so destructive. So, thank you, Mr. Jones.
Well, Martha Stewart, thank you for meeting with me today to spread important information. Hurricane Andrew destroyed many pet facilities in 1992, which released dozens and dozens of these Burmese pythons out into the Florida Everglades. Similarly, people adopt these pythons thinking, "Ooh, I'll have an exotic pet." Well, you're wrong, because they grow about between 6 and 15 feet, and people set them free once they realize they don't have a tank that's large enough for these creatures. So, this is a very serious issue to consider.
Thank you for that. So, wow, and could they spread north? Is this a potential issue for the American Southeast?
No. Adult Burmese pythons cannot survive cold weather events. And the farthest north they can go is Central Florida Peninsula, which is about 400 kilometers north.
Wonderful. So, what is their favorite food?
Well, my favorite food is licorice.
No,
Thank you for asking.
Mr. Jones, the snakes. Sorry for the confusion.
Nobody's asked about me in a long time, so I got excited.
Well, thank you for your licorice.
They eat alligators, birds, mice, rats, squirrels, rabbits, cats, possums, raccoons, dogs, cats. You name it, they eat it. Specifically, I think one of our most damaging population declines that we've seen is the marsh rabbit, which is a small little creature similar to the eastern cottontail, however, with ears that are itty-bitty. We have trapped and tracked these rabbits to try and see the mortality rates in relation to these snakes, and they found that 77% of the deaths of these rabbits is because of these snakes. And we have also seen that through mammalian observations, just side of the road observations, just seeing what people have seen when they're driving and recording, is 87.5% decrease in bobcats, 98.9% decrease in possums, and 99.3% drop in raccoon observations. And this doesn't just appear with mammals. We also have found this in birds. 25 species of birds have been found in the digestive tracts of over 85 pythons. 4 species were considered special concern, and one, the wood stork, is listed as federally endangered. And it doesn't even end with just the live birds. It starts with the babies. The babies! And not just our favorite little chicken eggs. I'm talking long-legged wading birds' nests. These semi-aquatic pythons go to these semi-aquatic birds' nests and raid their eggs at 5 times the rate of a native predator.
Wow, so if so many animals are being impacted by these pythons, what are we doing to handle this?
That's a good question, Martha Stewart. The major issues with these pythons is their elusivity. They are good at hiding and maintaining a cryptic camouflage that is difficult to detect, especially in the dense and varied habitat of the Everglades. Several methods are currently being developed, including python detection dogs, infrared detectors, environmental DNA, and live traps. These detection dogs are very important. They're using little Labrador retrievers. They have found that these dogs trained for sniffing pythons have a 92% success rate, which is higher than the human rate of 64%. Now, I have good eyes, but my age is making it a little difficult to find these doggies. Oh, snakes. Infrared detectors are heat-seeking detectors. And now you might be asking, Jimothy, they're cold-blooded creatures. I know. And that's what's important to remember. They are in the sun all day, collecting heat throughout their whole bodies, head to tail. And so these pythons, their large size, allows them to retain up to enough for our detectors to catch them at night, which is when the heat begins to drop below a few degrees, and so it's enough for them to be noticed among the underbrush. Another issue we've been considering is the amount of DNA that they leave behind. Now, snakes are known for sloughing off their dead skin cells, similar to me with the calluses on my feet, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
This DNA allows them to track the population size by recording and creating a genome map of these snakes. And then live traps, which we have been developing through our captured snakes. We have simulated a sort of ecosystem similar to that of the Everglades to see just how we can capture these snakes in their habitat alive. But our most common and currently best method that is used is bounty hunters. One popular company is Swamp Apes, which works to catch pythons using cameras in their hands. They individually go out and scout within the ecosystem for these pythons and remove them.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much, Mr. Jones. It sounds like you have a lot of methods and options that are in the works. So just as like a last sort of conclusion, do you have any parting message for the people considering these pythons as pets?